last week I was up in Derby doing some tractoring with Harriet Cowan. Being a farmer through and through, Harriet appreciates a good off-roader. So we went for a little drive in mine. Harriet, welcome to Lizzie.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to be here. Thanks, Lizzie.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She cost me £800 to buy.
Really?
800 quid, yeah. She was falling apart a little bit. She's a bargain. Her rear subframe was completely rusted, so we replaced that.
Yeah.
And it didn't take that much. We got a used one off eBay for 170 quid.
Just welded it up.
Welded it on. These seats and the door cards are from a scrapyard. They cost like 300 quid, I think.
Oh, you've had it all new, like, interior?
Yeah. Because it was all this grey.
Yeah.
And the classic spec is green and then the tan, all the beige interior.
Yeah.
Same as Clarkson's. People often call this Clarkson spec. I call it Queen Elizabeth spec.
Yeah.
Because this was her favourite car.
Very true.
Hence the name Lizzie.
Oh, is that why?
After Queen Elizabeth.
That's very clever.
Yeah, she's a royal car.
She's a royal. We feel superior.
I do. I feel like Queen of the Road when I'm Lizzie, which I enjoy. Now, we've done some tractoring. We've done it. Which is your world.
You've smashed it.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time. But this is sort of my world, I guess.
Yeah, cars and... I mean, I've always grown up in, like, Land Rovers and trucks and four-wheel drive cars, if you like. So I love a good off-roading car, but I just don't do it much. My off-roading is literally like going and checking the sheet.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a thing. But to be fair, I don't go off-roading that much. Like, I wouldn't wake up in the morning and think, I'm going to go off-roading today.
I've actually been on a Land Rover off-roading experience.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, but you went everywhere at like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, if you did it for fun, you just fly.
Yeah.
And go sideways.
Absolutely, yeah. Probably roll.
Of course. Now, let's talk about your role in a certain television show that I'm sure everyone has watched.
I'm sure.
How did that happen? Now, we spoke briefly earlier, and I got the impression that it just kind of came knocking and
it came about, and obviously Charlie was looking for somebody to help out while Caleb was on tour, and I think I don't know if it was always meant to be a woman or not, but it was very nice to be asked to do that and go in and you know, show women power.
Yeah, on girl power.
Yeah, on a agriculture TV show where often it isn't something where you'd see many women.
Yeah. And do you find that in farming more generally? Like, there just aren't
I think there are women there, but I just don't think it's really showcased as a thing, like, oh, there's women there. So for us, like, obviously coming from a farming background, it's quite easy to get into. I know a lot of girls that aren't from a farming background that really, really struggle to get into the industry.
But I guess then for you, because you're from a family farm, you know, you were saying you were driving tractors at like 10, 11, 12, it wouldn't seem weird for you.
No,
but
and
I guess
also that because it was just me and my sister.
Yeah, true.
Same as you guys, like, with my dad always jokes, he's like, well, I got what I was given and I had to work with it.
Yeah,
like,
fair.
So he was like, well, if I want somebody to take on this farm and do the next generation on this, be the next generation on this land, I'm gonna have to teach the girls.
I wonder what his mindset was. I wonder if he thought, I'm gonna have to do something quite big here to teach girls how to do this, or whether he just thought, well, you're my kids.
Yeah, I think probably more the second one. I don't think he has a farmer mentality. He's very much like, if you know, they have a very like set mindset, and he's like, right, well, that needs doing, I'm just gonna do it.
Just do it, practical.
Yeah, he's very practical, and they can fix anything. He has a range of skills, like welding all the way to like moving machinery.
Yeah, you were saying that he's also does like car machinery.
Yeah, he's a car mechanic as well. Yeah, on the side, so.
Because I do, like, you look at these massive tractors, and I do think if you can fix a tractor, you can probably fix a car. Like, a car's going to be pretty easy compared to a tractor.
Yeah, my other half's a tractor mechanic though, and he says, I'm not a car mechanic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he says it's it's a world of difference, but.
Oh, wow, interesting.
I know. So, where I contract, he has always had young lads, we're turning left here. He's always had young lads on the farm and driving tractors and stuff, and I was the first female tractor driver that he ever employed. So for me it was like, where was I going with this? I forgot now.
Fixing stuff.
So for me, I was like, I get on with it and I do it. Obviously, there is sometimes when you're like, oh my God, I can't. Things go wrong with tractors all the time. Machinery breaks, machinery comes off the back of tractors. It's such a dangerous industry.
So dangerous.
Farming has the most deaths every year. It's the most, like the industry with the most deaths. So for me, it's like I know that pressure, and I've always had it from, you know, like proving my worth around, like especially male farmers.
Yeah, of course.
You know, they'll always have something to say, but then once you've proved you can do it, it's like, what are you going to say? And for me, because everybody knew, like the reason I got the contracting job is because my dad had taught me to drive tractors, and they've seen me on the roads driving tractors, and then he was like, well, if she's got time, she can come and contract for me. And then when I got a contracting job, through word of mouth, it goes around like, oh yeah, she actually can drive, she knows what she's doing.
But it's interesting that, like, even saying that as if it should even be a question.
Yeah.
And I think we're all guilty of it. I always feel like I have to prove myself.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't even notice that you think like that. Like, you just saying that then, there's no way that they should have to see you driving on the road to be like, yeah, she can do it. So, of course you can do it.
The other day, we went to a county show, and obviously people have seen the show and they know that, like, they know my skill set and where, you know, I know my limits, but I don't expect anyone to know my limits. I'll say if I feel like I'm like, maybe I don't really know what I'm doing with that. And that's perfectly okay. Like, I'm fully responsible. I'll be like, yeah, I don't really know. Teach me what I'm doing. But we were driving the other day and we had hedge cutters on. I'm fine with hedge cutters. I've done a lot of hedge cutting. And there was like a big blow up ball. And I was in this contractor's tractor, which was fairly new, but I do drive new machinery as well. And we had to drive and hit the ball with the hedge cutter to get it into the goal.
Nice.
And the other side was the public.
Uh-oh.
And he was in the passenger seat, I was driving, and then as we were like getting closer, he was like, you're gonna have to go with some speed to hit it. And I was like, fine, yeah. So I revved up, like flipped through the gears, got up to where I needed to be, and then he was like, oh my God, stop, oh my God.
No.
And I was like, I literally looked at him and I was like, I can stop it.
It'll be all right. It will.
Driven tractors for 24 years, like, I can stop a tractor, like, and it was just so funny. And then afterwards, he's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's fine. But he had the mindset of, I don't trust this girl to be able to stop this tractor, and it really wound me up inside. I was like, oh, no, like, I can do it.
Yeah. And
if anything more, it freaked me out because I was like, what is she doing?
You'll panic.
Yeah.
Like, why are you screaming at me?
Yeah.
This car sounds awful. It's absolutely screaming up this hill. Sorry, Lizzie. You're doing so well. And do you think, so going back to you nursing, because we haven't spoken about that, you do nursing and farming at the same time?
Yeah, so my day, like my community, I'm a community nurse for adults in the community, so often a lot of like end of life or...
Which in itself is a really tough job.
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard job, yeah.
Which is interesting as well, because as a woman, like, I think this quite generally. You're going left here. Okay. It's like, stereotypically, we are nurturers.
We are nurturers.
We're gentle,
caring.
we're caring. And traditionally masculine traits are practical, competitive, aggressive, etc. I find it really interesting in what I do, in any racing, anything highly competitive like that, those masculine traits are celebrated, and it's a really good opportunity for those traits to be explored.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want men to be aggressive, you know, at home, at the pub, but on a racetrack, you know, in a competitive field, yeah, great, it's a good time to show that. And I'm finding more and more when I speak to women that actually we have that side as well.
Massively.
But it's not encouraged. Like, it's really, I don't know, I know I'm really competitive, and sometimes I'm like but I hear the words too competitive all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit like, why do you have to make the rules as to how competitive I'm allowed to be?
Yeah.
If I want to be the most competitive, if that was a male, that would be so celebrated. But because I'm a girl, it's a bit like, oh, like, gee, she's so aggressive, she's so competitive.
Yeah.
But actually, what's interesting about your job is you have the ability to do both. Am I going straight on or right?
You're going
right. Whereas in your kind of two jobs, you know, you can be amongst the boys, you're in that high pressure, you've got to get the job done, you've got to be practical, you've got to find solutions.
Definitely.
But then with the nursing, there's that whole other side that you need to switch on like that.
Yeah, and I think it's so nice for me because, like you said, it's two completely, they are worlds apart.
Yeah.
And because they're worlds apart, it's so nice to have the difference of like, I have like that really soft, gentle, but also very intense and pressurized job. To then, I sometimes find nursing a bit more pressure, like there's more pressure on me as a nurse than there is as a farmer.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could be a nurse. I think I'd find that too
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's very emotionally draining.
It's so emotionally draining, and people don't understand how you go home from it and switch off.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't switch off ever. And that's, for me, like, that's what I really like wanted to tell people is like, from a nurse, I'm such an advocate for farming, but also from a nursing point of view, to get home after you have dealt with, and it's not dealing with people that are dying, it's dealing with the loved ones of people that are dying, how emotionally draining that is. To then go home and switch that off and be like,
it's really hard.
I'm now at home and I haven't had the day I've dealt with. But then that's great. But then to go from doing that and dealing with loved ones, family, and people being really emotional, and it being you having to be this like rock for that family, to then going and sitting on a tractor.
Yeah, it's literally worlds apart.
It's worlds apart. It's worlds apart. But I love it so much. Yeah, this is the field.
Right.
There are still bales in here, but I thought this is fairly flat here.
Yeah. Should we do a recce in this?
Yeah, let's do a little, see what we can do.